Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to our podcast. This is JC Diaz.
And this is Annie.
Welcome. I hope everybody is having an amazing beginning of the week. How is your beginning of the week going?
It's awesome. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great. I'm actually really excited because in this episode, we are going to talk about finances. And this is going for those people who are married or
Planning to get married? Yeah.
who are about to get married, or those people who are simply, trying to get ahead financially and want to learn about finances. And the subject or the title for this episode is, should I build an emergency fund first, or should I pay off my credit cards? If you have, credit card debt, which ones should I do first? So we're gonna talk about that. But I want you guys to grab pen and paper because this is gonna be a master class for you guys. But before we do that, we are going to start with the introduction of our show, and we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. So, finances are a big deal, and a lot of people don't know or have never taken a class about finances. So when it comes time to learn how to save, to learn how to create a habit about saving money, a lot of people don't know about it. And it's not your guys' fault. It's just that when we go to school, when we went to school, they didn't teach us that.
The school trained us to work, like
Exactly.
not like savings, like investment, more like work. Like that's what I noticed from the school. They don't
Yes.
teach us for like investment. Like you gotta focus this if you want your future. It will be beautiful financially, but
Exactly.
more like you're gonna be engineer because you're gonna earn money, but not earn more with the money that you.
Yes, and
They
and
have.
and the thing is that the system is designed to make you a worker more. That the system is designed to have you with a mindset of a worker instead of being independent, and knowing how to save and invest and all that. And I was doing some research about it, right? And I found out, I asked ChatGPT, what percentage of Americans do not have an emergency fund, right? The title of the subject of our episode today is, should you build an emergency fund first, or if you have credit card debt, should you pay off your credit card? Which one should you do, right? But before we move on with that, I'll read this real quick. About 24% of Americans have no emergency savings at all, like at all.
Really?
Another 30% have some emergency savings, but not enough to cover 3 months of expenses. So if you were to lose your job right now, most people don't have 3 months to cover the electric bill, the water, and all that until they get back up on their feet, and that's a big deal.
It is.
That's a big deal. So that means 54% of Americans don't have the recommended minimum emergency fund or 3 months of living expenses. Another national survey found 42% of Americans don't have a dedicated emergency fund, showing that the exact number varies depending on how much emergency fund is defined. Now, the annual salary for Americans is between 62,000 per year and 66,000. That's the average.
62.
62 to 66,000. That is the average salary for an
Is that
American
for a
worker.
married couple or
No, that's for a single person.
single person?
So for a married couple, it's about 120,000. That's the average, right?
Yeah.
So should we, and I want you guys to understand this. This is not financial advice. This is, we are not telling you what to do. You do what you have to do. We are just explaining to you, giving you the tips so you can put it in practice, and maybe, it depends on how you move in your life. Maybe you can learn how to save and all that. But this is not, we're not telling you what to do. This is not
This
financial
is how we
advice.
practiced
This is how we do it.
our financial strategy.
Exactly. So, should you do create an emergency fund first, or pay off your credit cards? What do you think? Do you think you should pay off your credit cards first, or create an emergency fund first? You tell me what you think personally. What do you think?
For me, I can like, for me, I will put first the emergency fund.
Okay.
It's because you can still pay your credit. It can wait. But your emergency fund is just, that's why it's called emergency fund, because that's your backup.
Yes.
Like if you need something, that's your money that you're going to use. And it's really necessary in this, all of us, it's really necessary because we don't know what's in our future. And if you're working and you're depending on your job and you keep spend, you've been relying to your job, what if one day you get sick, and then,
you
or
can't
maybe
work?
there's emergency,
Yeah.
that's what they call emergency, and then for 2 months you can't go to work. It's just that 2 months, if you save for like 3 months, if you already save money, I mean, you already save,
Yes.
and while still looking for a job or resting. But it's really nice to have emergency fund. But at the same
Yeah.
time, you gotta pay your credit.
So, and now I'm gonna get into the technical part of it, right? So, you are supposed to. I'm not telling you what to do. This is what I will do first. I will create an emergency fund, right? First, some people say pay off your credit cards first, but I'm going to explain why I will do the emergency fund first. If you don't have an emergency fund, right? And you have, let's say that you owe $5,000 in credit cards. You are paying anywhere between 29% to 35% interest on those credit cards. Every time you make a payment, you make a minimum payment, they charge you an additional 29 to 35% on it. Now, why create the emergency fund first? I'm gonna tell you why. Let's say that you're going down the road one time, right? You get a flat tire and you don't have an emergency fund, right?
Yeah.
You owe $5,000 on your credit card. You still have some credit left on those credit cards. You have, let's say that you have 2,000 left. What is the next thing you're going to do when you get a flat tire? Because you don't have money. You're gonna grab your credit card and you're gonna go get a new tire, but now you're gonna add another $500 to your credit card. So now you're adding more money, more debt to your credit card, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's say that even if you don't make a lot of money, if you make, let's say 14, 15 bucks an
Yeah.
hour, you can do, even if it takes you, I don't know how long, it depends on you.
Yeah.
If it takes you 6 months, put $1,000 first. If you can afford $100 a month,
Yeah.
do $100 a month until you build your emergency fund. Continue to pay the minimum on the credit cards. Just continue to pay the minimum on the credit cards while you're building your emergency fund, right? Once you have the $1,000 emergency fund, now forget about the emergency fund. Now what you're going to do is, there is something called the avalanche method to pay your credit cards. So what you do is if you have 3 credit cards, you grab the first one, the one that has the highest interest, right? And you start paying that credit card and you pay minimum on the other 2. start paying. So if you owe, let's say, $1,000 on that credit card, and you have two more credit cards, the minimum on those two credit cards is gonna be $25 to $30. That's the average. Pay $25 to $30 every month, and try to do $100 to $200 on the one you're trying to pay. Right. This is once you have your emergency fund created already. You already have the $1,000.
Yes.
That gives you a mindset, a relief that something happens and it's 1,000 and down. You can at least you know what, I get a blown tire, I can buy it, and I don't have to use my credit cards and add more money to it. I don't know, I need a new used phone. You don't have to have a brand new phone. You can go buy a $200 phone if your phone breaks or something. As long as your expense is under $1,000 and less, you don't have to worry about that. It gives you, I know it's not a lot, but it gives you a little peace of mind that you have that $1,000 saved, right?
Sure.
So now you pay off the first credit card, even if it takes you 10 months. You put $100, $200 a month into that credit card, right? And continue to pay the minimum on that, on the other two. Once you pay this one, now you're gonna pay, you can choose the one that has the highest interest or the one that you owe less. So I will choose the one that has the highest interest because you're paying more on your minimum payments, right? Now you grab that one. Now the $25 to $30 that you were paying on minimum, you're gonna put in the same $200 that you were paying on that first credit card that you paid off. Now you're gonna pay $225 to that second credit card, right? The minimum that you were already paying because you already had that money, and the $200 you were paying on the first credit card. Now you're gonna pay it on the second credit card,
which is gonna be faster.
It's gonna be faster because now you added $225 more. Same thing. You continue to pay $25 or $30 on the third one, and so on until you pay them all off, right? And that will give you, I promise you, once you do that, because I've been there, done that, once you do that, it gives you a peace of mind. So, and this is not only, this is for married people, this is for people who are about to get married, people, Filipinos, Americans, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, those people who are planning to get married and then they want to have, peaceful, especially financial.
Yes.
Like that, it's really nice to think about your, especially emergency.
For your future.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a question. How much emergency fund will you put? The ideal emergency fund, should I add more, or this is enough for the emergency?
Yeah, so that was gonna be our next point. So once you pay off your credit cards, right? Let's say it took you a year. You paid off your credit cards, you have your $1,000 saved there, right? Now what you do is those $225 that you were paying a month, you go back to that savings, right? And I want you to build a 3 to 6 months emergency fund on it. Some people like to do a year emergency fund. So let's say that your total bills, and when I talk about your total bills, I'm not talking about luxury, that you want to buy jewelry. No. I'm talking about your basic things that should you lose your job, you can get it covered. For example, electric,
the house,
car insurance, which is necessary. If you have a car payment, right? Water,
the rent,
daycare. So let's say mortgage or rent. So let's say that what you have to do is you sit down and you calculate how much are your bills and how much do you make, right? And what you want to do is, let's say that your total bills, I'm not calculating eating out, because obviously if you are trying to save money, I'm assuming you are not going out to eat all the time. Although you can also do that and do a little budget and put a little bit of money just to go out once a week, maybe, or once a month. Because I'm assuming, if you're trying to save money, you're not spending your money going out, right?
Eating the house, because it's more expensive to
Exactly. So what you do is you calculate how much are your total bills. So let's say that your total bills are $3,000 a month. So 6 times 3 is 18, right? Three times 6, 12 is 18,
Yeah.
right?
I'll just.
3
I don't
times
make
6
sure.
is 18,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, 6, 6, 12, 6,
Unbelievable.
18, right? So what I want you to do is you are gonna build 3 to 6 months worth of an emergency
Yeah.
of your bills. I know
Basic
this could
needs.
take a while to do,
Yeah.
but if you put your mind to it, and what I'm saying is that while you're doing this, I want you to also try to improve yourself. If you are in a dead end job that you know you're not gonna move up, and the money you are making is not enough to help you save those 3 to 6 months of emergency fund, right? I want you to either go back to school,
Improve yourself.
get a better job. I'm assuming you're doing that, right? While you're trying
Well,
to do
if you're
this.
young, you're still, you're still in the minimum.
Yes.
But the more you work and at the same time you study, if you want to go to study, or more experience, the more your salary is bigger.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it means you get more money because the more you have experience and like a knowledge. So that
Yes.
means improving helps you gain more money.
Yeah.
Especially at
So
work.
if you don't make enough money, go to your boss and say, "Hey, I've been here so many years. Is there any ways that you can give me a raise?" And if they say no, then go apply for a job or try to get a better job or go back to school. The bottom line is this has to be a mindset in order for you to save money and invest. This is not a get rich quick
Yeah.
thing. This is a mindset that you have to accept for yourself. Okay, I have to do this. I'm going to do this. This is a mindset. It's a lifestyle that you have to create. And I promise you, once you create that lifestyle, instead of you thinking every time you get paid, instead of you thinking, okay, what am I going to spend this money on? Your mind naturally is going to say, okay, how much I'm going to save. And I promise you that your life will be much better. And so the 3 to 6 months emergency fund, I want you to go back in there and build $18,000. And I know it could take you a while,
Yeah.
but I want you to try and do that. Even if it takes you 2 to 3 years to do it, build it. Continue to work, try to work overtime. And once you have your, let's say it took you 3 years and you saved yourself $18,000, right? Remember, now you have your credit cards that you haven't used because now you paid it off, right?
Yeah.
You have your $18,000 built. It took you 3 years to build your $18,000. Now what I need you to do is I want you to, if you were putting in, let's say $1,000 a month into your emergency, I want you to open an investment account. It could be Robinhood, it could be Fidelity Investments. It's so easy right now.
My husband taught me the investment, and I never had that before. And he led me to the investment, and it's really nice because it's when you think about retirement, you don't think about work anymore.
Absolutely.
And investment is really helpful in the future because
that's how you build wealth.
yes,
That's how you build wealth.
you don't have to go to work because you already invest at a young age.
And let me tell you this: the earlier you start investing, it is better for you as a person. And the good thing about investing is you don't have to be a professional. You don't have to know. You don't have to have a college degree in finances. You don't have to. Literally, you can go on your phone right now, go to the App Store and open an investment account with Robinhood, with Fidelity Investment, Moomoo. I mean, there are so many of them. And what I would like for you to do, again, this is not financial advice. I'm telling you what I will do. What I would like you to do is, obviously, this is accounting for the fact that you got a better job, you educated, you went back to school, now you're making a little bit more money and you can save a little bit more money. So if you were putting in $1,000 into your emergency fund, now that you have 6 months built, don't touch that money. Just leave
it there.
Keep it in the bank, but I want you to put it in an interest-bearing account. Put it in a savings that pays you 3 to 4, and there's a lot of them. A lot of the banks now pay you 3 to 4% interest on that money. Just put it in a savings account that pays you interest. That way, that money is sitting there, but it's gaining interest. It is, and over the years, the interest will multiply. And then what I want you to do is the $1,000 that you were putting into the emergency fund, right? Now what you're gonna do is, this is obviously after you have your expenses for the month, everything is covered, right? This is extra money that you have. This is not, I'm not gonna pay my electricity so I can use that money and invest it. No. You have to make sure your basic bills are covered, your monthly expenses. Once you do that, then I want you to do a little budget and say, okay, I'm gonna grab, let's say out of the $1,000, you are going to grab $300 and use that for your spending money. That's gonna be spending money.
Just your spending should never be above of the 300 saved for that. Like if your expense is only 300, and then you need to buy something or spend money not more than 300. If it's more then
you don't need it.
Well, you need to know like the needs.
Yes.
Like food. Like you need to buy something that is not more than 300.
Yes.
Or if you want to buy something TV and it's cost $350, even though it's $50,
do not buy it.
Do not. Just keep it, or make it like, oh, I'm gonna save $150 for this TV, and the next salary and money that I have, I will keep it together, and then you have then you can buy the TV because you already saved money. Just don't use, when it's your ideal for spending is only $500. Don't spend it like more than $550, $520. It's not, you're breaking your saving goals.
Yes, and not only that, but what you're doing with this is creating a habit.
Yes.
That if you don't need it, if you don't have the money, this is your mindset of, so if I have $300 a month that I use for spending, right? Because life is not only about working and savings. You want to buy an ice cream. You want to go to the movies. You want to buy not a CD. We don't use CDs anymore. But you want to buy, a hat. You want to buy something. Well, that's what that is for. So you have that $300 budget for spending. That's my spending money. If this month I don't have, if I'm gonna spend more than, if I want something that's more than $300, like she just said, don't spend it. Wait until the next cycle when you get paid. Then you refill those $300. Every month you have. It's not that you're gonna have $600 the next month.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is you're gonna have $300 every month to spend, and that's it.
Yeah.
Now this depends on how much you make.
Yeah.
Like if you make $10,000 a month and you can afford $1,000 for spending, knowing that all your other bills and your investments are covered, then go ahead, do it. Because life is not only about saving and saving and saving. We have to enjoy our lives, but you have to make sure to stick to that. So let's go back to the $1,000. You had the $300, that's your spending money. no more than that. The $700 that you're going to use to put them into investments. Okay. And once you do that, you can either invest it in stocks or shares of a stock. And we will make a video in the future about the difference between stocks and ETFs. Or you can invest it in ETFs. ETFs are a group of companies that you can invest your money in. It has less probability that you will lose a lot of money. But that's for another video. But I want you guys to create this mindset. Everything has to start with the mindset that instead of when you get your paycheck, instead of saying, what am I going to spend this money in? I want you to change that to how much am I going to save? How much am I going to put in my emergency fund? How much am I going to put in my investment?
How much I'm going to spend that more than 300?
How much I'm going to try and stick to that 300. And if that means that this month I can't go out because I don't have the 300, then don't go out. Stay home that week and watch a movie at home. There's nothing wrong with that.
But this what we're talking about this is from us.
Yes.
We don't have kids. That's we're not.
Yes, everybody's situation is different. Yes, let's make that clear.
Yeah, because we don't have kids and we can control our money the way because he's a saver guy. I'm a saver too, but I'm more like I spend, but not more than not a lot.
Yeah, you're really good with money.
Yeah, but he's better than the money with the money, and he's teaching me. And I think I'm also good with the money.
Yes.
But as for now, we're seeing it. We're kind of confident. It's because as for now, we don't have kids, and we're not planning to have kids for now because we want to have more. For me, I want to have a nice career, and I already have a nice career. But
She wants to
want
go
to
to
grow
school.
more.
Yes.
I want to have more knowledge and experience, and so that the same way he said about saving financially, so that when we have kids or something, when we need our needs in the future.
Absolutely.
We're stable, financially stable. And at the same time, if you want to have kids and both of you have a decent job, like decent salary, you can afford everything for your kids. And at the same time, if you're planning to buy something and at the same time you set it with the savings, you put savings too, it really helps.
Absolutely. And we're going to have a second part of this financial stuff, and we're gonna go deeper into what to invest in, and because this is just the beginning. Like once you get these few steps done and you have them down packed and you know what you're going to do, you can go back once you have been investing. So let's say that you can do a short-term goal and say, okay, I'm going to invest up to, let's say, $10,000 and put them in investments. For the next year, I'm gonna put this $700 into my investments until I reach $10,000. Once you reach those $10,000, put that on pause. You can either put it on pause and do half on your investments. I will do that. You have the $700, right? Put $350 in your investments. This is after you have $10,000.
You can put more.
You can put more, but in this situation, you're gonna do $350. You can set it up automatically, and it comes directly out of your account. In the next video, we'll explain to you. The next video we'll do second part, and you then go back if you want to. You can go back and bring your emergency fund up to a year, because a lot of people like to do that, have it up to a year, so that let's say that you get into an accident, let's say that something happens to you and you can't work anymore, or not anymore, but if you can't work for a few months, at least you have a whole year of money saved, that if something happens to you, you had that whole year of your bills being covered until you can get back on, you can get another job or whatever you decide to do. But you can do that. You can. A lot of people don't like to go up to a year, but a lot of people, I've seen it, they like to go up to a year of bills in an emergency fund saved. Oh, so that way, if you have a 6, 7 months that you can't work, or you have that money there and you don't have to worry about. Now, if once you go up to a year, then you can go back and put the entire $700 back in your investments. Just put it on autopilot and just have it taken out automatically out of your account. Now you have a whole year of, and obviously this is assuming you got a better job at this time, you are making more money as you get older and stuff like that. And the older you get, you make more money because once usually when a man and a woman, when the older they get, the more money they start making.
Yeah, because they have more experience.
You have more experience, you can get a better job and stuff like that. So you can keep adding more to your investments.
Yeah.
And that's how wealth is created. Wealth does not happen in 2 days. It doesn't happen in a month unless you win the lottery. That's different.
Yeah.
But wealth is built with patience. Wealth is built with the mindset that you built at the beginning, paying off your credit cards. Try to use the minimum of your credit card. Sticking to a budget. Let's say I have $500 to spend, and I'm making sure everything else is covered. That's how you become wealthy. And you can become wealthy and also enjoy your life at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why you build a budget. You say, I have $500 to spend, and I can spend in whatever you want. If you want to go on a vacation, just make sure you stick to that budget. Don't spend more than that. And if you follow these simple steps that we are giving you, I think you will have a fulfilled life. Your life will be better. You will enjoy the whole process from the beginning when you first started with all that debt, all the way until you are free financially.
For me, this topic is really nice for the couple, especially if you're planning to have, you both are planning with your future financially stable.
Yes.
Like you don't have to rely with your job because you can, but at the same time, because we don't want to work forever. I don't want to work forever.
Well, you can rely on your job, and while you're working and you're young,
Well,
you are building wealth. You're investing and saving.
That's
and
what
saving
we're
and
doing.
saving.
But it's just, it depends on the couple if they get along with this kind of, what do you call this?
It's a mindset. You have to have a mindset of savings and investing. A lot of people don't have that.
It's really nice when you partners, boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and wife should have the same mindset. Because what if this person they're not click? At the same time, you'll end up broke.
That's the most important part. Make sure that you and your spouse are on the same page.
Yes.
Because it doesn't matter how much you try to save, and this has happened to me in the past. It doesn't matter how much you make. If you make $1 million a year and you spend $1,200,000, guess what? You're still broke because you are spending more than what you're making. And I've seen it. There are people who make $1 million a year and they spend $2 million. So they're always behind.
You're always behind.
Yes, it happens. So this is a mindset, guys. This is a mindset.
Now, if you're a couple, this is not only for only one person that will stand with this financially. You should also, as a partner, you need to get along with this.
Absolutely.
What do you call this? This financial strategy?
Yes, you have to both be on the same page.
Yes.
And you obviously the person you marry can make all the difference in this. If you marry someone who is not on the same page with you, I promise you, your financial situation is gonna be a mess. I've been there, done that. I promise you. But if you get with the right partner, the right person, and you sit down with that person, you say, hey, if we do this, and that, and we are on the same page, we can. The sky's the limit for us. You know what I mean?
Choose who you marry or find a partner, because this life is, they say, is we don't need money. Is just nothing. Like it is in this world, we need money.
You need money to survive. Without money,
Yes.
you can do anything.
Yes.
And but it is important to the first thing you have to do is your mindset. Change your mindset. Instead of saying when you get that paycheck, what am I gonna spend this money
Yeah.
on? No. I'm gonna pay off my credit card. I'm gonna build that emergency fund, pay off this credit card first. Let's take care of that as soon as possible. The longer you go without paying those credit cards, the more money you're gonna spend triple, quadruple the money if you continue to pay the minimum on those.
And if you don't have debt and credit cards, you can save and invest your money.
And if you don't have the credit cards, then you are one step ahead.
Yes.
You just have to go directly to you building your emergency and investing.
Investing.
And you're good.
Yes.
So to summarize, the very first step that you want to do is build yourself an emergency fund, right? The second step you're gonna do is pay off your credit cards as fast as you can, because the fastest you pay your credit cards, the less money on interest you're gonna pay to these companies. They want you to be in debt. The credit card companies want you, and I know they're not gonna appreciate that I'm saying this, but the credit card companies, that's how they make the money, is you paying interest to them. The second step is pay off your credit cards. The third step is once you have your credit cards paid off, create a little budget where you have spending money. Don't go over that budget for spending money. And then you have continue to build your the next step is continue to build your emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of emergencies. So if something happens to you, then you have that money there. The next step after that is once you build the 6 months emergency fund, put it on a savings, interest-bearing savings account. Don't put any money in there, or you can if you want to, depending on how much money you make.
Yes.
Put more money in your investments and continue to put that money in there. You can put up to 10, 20,000, whatever you want to put in, and then continue to go back and continue to build your emergency fund and build yourself a 1 year. Once you build that 1 year on your emergency fund,
Such a relief, right?
and don't put any more money in there. Just leave it. Don't touch that. Forget that money
Just
is
don't
there.
touch it.
Just leave it on making interest and just continue to invest. And then you can, depending on how much you're making, you can either increase your little budget so you can spend a little bit more money if you want to. And that way you can enjoy your life and be happy while you are investing and saving money. Because life is not only about saving and working.
Yes.
You have to enjoy your life too. I have examples, but this will take another video to talk about it. But I have examples of people that all they did was saving and saving and saving and saving and saving their entire lives, and at the end they passed away and they didn't enjoy their money.
Yeah.
So I want you to make sure you enjoy
You need to have
your money.
discipline.
You have to have discipline, but you also have to enjoy your life as you go, and that will give you a plentiful life.
Just know the basic needs and wants.
Yes.
If you spend money, just know, is this necessary? Or if you like that, just save that. If you want that thing, or if you want to go there, and if your money is not enough, save money for that.
Absolutely. The way I think about it is, if this bottle of water cost 3 times, if I don't have 3 times the money that this bottle of water cost, I don't buy it. So if this bottle of water is $2 and I don't have $6 in my bank account, I don't need the bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? If you apply that and you stick to your budget, I promise you, your life will be much better. Much better.
I have an example too. I bought a new phone, and I save money. Remember that I save money. You can buy the phone and pay monthly, but I'm not that kind of person that do I have to pay monthly
And pay interest to the company.
Which is, it's kind of unfair for me. Why not save money and then buy the full payment.
Be patient, work, save the money, and buy cash.
Buy
That way you
cash.
don't have to have the payment.
I don't have to think about, oh, I have to pay this. I have
Absolutely.
like, I would say, well, phone is necessary. It's one of the basic needs. But if you still have phone and
And
then
it
you want a
works.
new phone, well, then you gotta save for that. If you want to
Yes.
buy, well, consider it's a luxury. The phone is a luxury. too.
Yes.
So basic needs and luxury. But if you still have phone, because I still have phone, but I was like, I'm gonna buy a new phone. So what I did is I saved money, and I wait for a couple of months, and then after that I pay the phone. Like,
Yeah.
I paid it cash, and what happened is I feel relieved because I don't have to pay every month. Oh, I gotta pay this.
And not only that, but let's say that you want this phone that is $1,000. You just got done paying off your credit cards, and you have your emergency fund built. Now, if you go and use your emergency fund to
Yeah.
buy a phone and a phone, and now you don't have the emergency fund anymore. So if something happens, now you got to go back
Yes.
to using your credit card. So
yeah.
you're back in the same cycle.
Yes.
So you have to stick to the plan if you're going to be successful at this. I hope that you guys really, I hope you like this episode, because I think it's so important that we create a mindset of saving and investing. And this is something that can be done not only here in America, but in the Philippines, you can do the same thing. If you don't have credit card debt, then try to do, if you make, let's say, I don't know a lot about the Philippines, but if you make 500 pesos,
It's
try to put 50.
I would
Just put
say
50 in the savings.
it's really not the same in the
Not the
We'll
same.
talk about that next
Okay.
episode.
We'll talk about it on the next. That's a whole nother video. So that's a whole nother episode that we got to talk about. The expert talk about. She's the expert
yes,
about
which
this.
is because I live there and I live here.
And you know how
I would
different
say
it
I
is
can save more money here than
Yeah.
in the Philippines.
in the Philippines. But that will be for another video, guys. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Hey, it's an awesome topic.
I
like it.
think this was an awesome topic,
yeah.
and I think we did good.
Yeah.
I think we could be teachers.
This is not. We don't want you to do what we're doing right now.
Yes.
We're encouraging, but we're not letting you like.
This
oh,
is
this
not
person.
financial advice.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
again,
it
this is
comes
not
with
financial
what we're
advice.
doing right now, and it's reflecting us. Actually,
Exactly.
it helps us. So
It helps us,
That's
and
why-
we just hope that we are giving you the tips that you need to do, the steps that you need to do, so you
because
can
this
create,
is what we're doing right now.
exactly. So you can create a positive
Yeah.
mindset about investing and saving.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll leave it right here, guys, and we'll see you on our next video. And this week, we hope that you guys have a great rest of your week. And I hope you are all blessed, and God bless you.
Keep in touch with us, guys.
Absolutely. Send us, you know what? Leave a comment there, hit like, share, and subscribe, or leave a comment if you have anything that you want to add, if we missed something, because
Yeah,
we're
if you want to
human.
add something, or if you want some topic that you want us to
If you want any
discuss,
topic that you want us to talk about,
Yes,
let us know, and then because we will read your comments if you leave it in there. Leave a comment, just say hi, but we'll see you guys on the next video, and nothing. I think we're good.
very good.
See you later, guys. Peace.